6 years ago, when I started my self-discovery journey, I was very interested in learning about the power of the subconscious mind. I completely forgot about the body. I was very disconnected with the body because I was very focused on mindset. I went from someone who was very curious about my belief systems to then rewiring my belief systems to still then feel very disconnected from my body, from my soma, which in somatic psychology just stands for the living body. I was creating a lot of things into my life, but I was still very disconnected from my body. I still experienced anxiety. And so what ended up happening was that I set the intention to the universe that I always wanted to learn, and I'm a seeker, and I've always wanted to understand what's out there, right? And to try and to experiment. And so whatever advice I give to you, I've actually experimented myself. I'm not going to give you a bullshit advice and tell you, hey, go do this or say this 10 times and your life's going to change. I really want to tell you that the nervous system is a very important aspect of your internal state. And so if you're not aware of how you operate and how you respond and how you feel, then you're not going to be able to manifest or to attract opportunities into your life. 6 years ago, when I started my self-discovery journey, I was very into mindset and learning all these mindset techniques. I read books like The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I read the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. All these great teachers talk to you about the power of the mind. But one of the most important and missing elements here is that the mind can only be fully optimized to its full potential if the body is fully optimized. If you are thinking positive all day long, but your body is fatigued, you feel completely brain fog, you feel low energy, you feel you're probably in the worst shape of your life, then what the fuck is positive thinking going to do for you, right? And so even though I was attracting and manifesting opportunities into my life, I still felt like there was a missing element, and that element was how in tune am I to my body? How can I regulate my body? If I'm experiencing anxiety, how can I actually regulate my anxiety without depending on any external substance? When I started reprogramming my mind, I would listen and I would, devour myself into feeding my mind with so much optimism and positive sayings and affirmations. Yet I felt so disconnected from my body. Whenever I experienced a challenge or a situation, I immediately would run into fight and flight. I would either withdraw or I would just face the problem, but I would either respond with so much irritability, impatience, and anger. And that led me to a lot of painful experiences in my life. And so even though I was doing a lot of mental work, there was still that sort of response, that automatic response of impatience, anger that still followed me. And I really, really was just so tired of it. And so, as always, I truly believe that in this universe, everything begins with intention. And so if you set an intention as to, I want to be a better person, show me how I can be a better person, what's going to happen is that the universe is going to teach you and show you how to become a better person. And that may result in you being pushed into challenging experiences, in painful experiences, and uncomfortable experiences. And that can also come with either you attracting people that are also going to give you and share with you their own secrets to their success. That's happened to me a lot, right? And this is why I want to share this with you. The very first thing that you have to do if you want to regulate your nervous system is you need to start with the body first. And starting with the body means you need to start prioritizing the foods that are actually going to optimize your body, that are going to optimize your potential and not block you. Specifically, sugar. I'm talking about sugar here. You have to understand the impact that sugar has on your nervous system. Sugar is probably one of the reasons why you may be experiencing a lot of irritability, brain fog, and anxiety and depression. So I want to talk to you guys today about one of the ways that I've learned to regulate my nervous system, and that is through the foods that I intake, choosing and becoming selective with the foods that I choose to have, and eliminating toxicity out of my body. Because you can do all the mental work, but you can still be operating from a very low fatigue, energetic body. And so how the fuck are you going to attract like-minded people who are operating the same way you are, in the same energy that you are, if you're not fully optimized? And so what I want to share with you is nothing but my true experiment. Everything that I'm sharing with you, I've actually implemented. I'm on a 20-day no sugar. And when I say no sugar, I mean not even honey detox. Because I truly want to see my body to its full potential, my brain to its full potential. This is not just a decision that I've said I'm not going to do any. This is a lifestyle change. Eliminating sugar is a lifestyle change, right? So I want to talk to you guys about the impact that sugar has on the nervous system. And I want you to think about sugar as a band-aid to the nervous system, right? It's just a band-aid over. And the reason why it's a band-aid is that whenever you get cravings, or you have this sort of need to eat, it can either be sort of an emotional response. You're probably going through something and the first thing you want to do is eat, or you're stressed out, so you grab chocolate. What that does is it sort of immediately activates dopamine in your brain, serotonin in your brain, and endorphins in your brain. They're all exciting to your brain and to your nervous system because they calm you down, they reward you. But once you eliminate that band-aid, once you've actually eliminated the band-aid that's holding your nervous system, right? That's helping you feel calm. Once you've eliminated sugar completely, you're going to experience withdrawals. And that can be experiencing fatigue, irritability, anger, impatience, tiredness, cravings. That's how much a certain element can control you, right? And so I don't like the idea that some sort of substance can control me. I don't like that. Because I feel that if you are not able to control what you put in here, you're not able to control what's in here. It all starts in the body first. It starts with the foods that you choose to have. And your nervous system is highly impacted by the foods that you have. Sugar affects your nervous system. It actually activates more stress in the nervous system. It activates the fight and flight mode in the nervous system. This is why if you are having sugar, you're going to experience an increase in blood sugar, an increase in cortisol levels. And we all know cortisol levels is obviously an increase of stress to the body, inflammation to the body. And so I want you to think, if you're causing inflammation in the body and you're creating a cloudy gut, then you're going to experience a cloudy brain, right? And so how the fuck are you going to be the creator of your reality when your engine and what's keeping you alive is cloudy and so blurry? You're not able to see things clearly. You're not able to manifest ideas. So everything starts in the gut. Everything starts in the foods that you have. Everything begins in the body first. And this is why I truly believe that before you start diving into mindset and mental work, start optimizing the body first. Remove the sugar and see what happens in 8 weeks. I promise you the first 3 to 4 weeks are probably going to be shit. I'm experiencing it right now. I have been craving intense sugar. I have been craving, wanting some sort of sugar in my body. But I've learned that if I cannot control that instant gratification, then how the fuck will I be put in a position where I'm actually the creator of my reality, where I'm controlling who I choose to surround myself with, who I choose to listen to, who I choose to give my energy to. It all starts in the most simplest habits. Sugar impacts your nervous system. Sugar also affects the parasympathetic, which is part of the nervous system that has a lot to do with digestion, resting, calming down. sugar is causing inflammation in the gut, and it slows down the gut's ability to process food. And so your gut is highly connected to your intuition. So how the fuck are you going to make better decisions in your life? How are you going to sort of feel that intuitive calling to go do something if you have a cloudy gut? Eliminate sugar. Eliminate sugar immediately. And understand that this is a lifestyle change. A lot of people can't fucking do it. They're controlled by their environment. They're controlled by the foods. So how the fuck are you going to create a reality if you're being controlled by everything around you? So it's really up to what you want in this life. Because I can tell you meditate, right? I can tell you go meditate, go for a walk, which is great ways to activate the parasympathetic. But after that walk, you get an intense craving for something sweet or bread or gluten. Then was the meditation or the walk even worth? The nervous system is the anchor to your reality. The body is the anchor to your reality. And so you need to start learning the impact that your gut has on your brain. It's not just mindset. Don't do the mistake I did, where I just jumped straight into mindset. And I was listening to all these people tell me about, reprogram your mind. It's all about your mind. No, it's not. It's about what foods I have, how much hours of sleep I have, who I surround myself with, what I keep in my cabinets, the environment that I create for myself. That's what creates my reality. Not just this. This is just an element. It's a cherry on the top. But we need to create that groundwork, that framework to sustain that little cherry on the top. My name is Z, and I hope that when you finish watching this video, you start to do your own research on the impact that sugar has on the mind and the impact that it has on the nervous system.